Hello and welcome. This is Mouse Gunner, and we're back with some more Besiege. We're on to the next isle, the Isle of Tolbrand, and this is the first zone in that isle, and this is called the DukesPlea. And what we need to do is we need to kill all the knights in this zone. Now, the real challenge, from what I can see, is there's a couple knights up on the upper part of the fortress here. So what I've done is I've loaded in the sheep killer and see if we can complete this zone with that. So let's give it a try. So we'll initially go after the knights down on the bottom here. I hit one of them with so much force it actually broke some of the fort. Let's go ahead and get this guy out here while we're aware of him. Now, the main thing I'm going to have to be real careful here is just watching out for debris. One way I could have probably made this a little bit more successful is make the front wheels powered rather than be underpowered like they are now. But we'll give it a go for now. Alright. We've got that, all the ones in the center done. So now, I'll line up the catapult and take this guy out. Alright, so we have one guy left, from what I can tell. And I think the best way to tackle him is see if our blade can knock down that tower that he's on, which honestly looks like it's already damaged. But we'll go out around the outside because I think that's a little bit safer, so that we're not hung up on something. As a matter of fact, there's bodies and rocks strewn all over here, and I don't want to get anything caught under my wheels that might cause me some steering issues. Alright, so it looks like there's just a very simple pillar here that we need to knock out. Hopefully our blade can do the job. And it looks like we've knocked out most of the pillars. Now we just need to get in here. Of course, this tree is blocking me. Alright. Have to be very careful as I come in here. Oh, come on. There's not much left to that. Holding that up in this tree is going to be a real problem. That's definitely something I can't have. I can't afford to have happen, is get stuck on anything. Alright. Let's maneuver our way in here. There we go. We did it. And our vehicle looks intact, too, so success all around. Alright. Huh. This is a very interesting zone here. So we have to kill 90% of the flock. I don't think the sheep killer is going to be able to do that, but we'll try it out. Maybe if I blow up the tower here, I'll have some success with that. Oh, well, we killed some of them, but not enough, and I didn't think that would work. So, I did build the vehicle before I set out on these challenges in this new isle, because just peeking at the isle, I got the feeling that flying craft would be necessary. So I did build a simple balloon here. Now this has multi-directional control, as well as this ballast to keep it down on the ground until I'm ready to use it. So let's go ahead and try this one out. Okay. So my thoughts, at least trying this out initially, is just fly into the force of the flying birds and maybe just our presence will kill them. Yeah, that looks like it is working. So we just kind of have to hover in their flight path and let them kill themselves. Now this does have multi-directional control. I have the different propellers here set to fly in all the different directions. Forward, back, left and right, and down. And then the balloons themselves are going to pull me upward. So to resist that, I constantly have to use the propeller on the bottom. And it looks like we just need a few more. Kind of hard to tell depth perception with this camera angle how I need to adjust the craft, but there we go. So without me constantly using the propeller on the bottom, we're just going to float up, 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 and away. All right, so let's go on to the next zone. And it looks like our balloon is going to indeed be useful here. So let's go ahead and play, but we're going to have to drop the ballast immediately. And that caused the camera to go crazy. Balloon? All right, so that's a real issue. It looks like the camera gets confused when you have two parts of your vehicle separate like that. So just for this one, I'm going to go ahead and delete off the ballast, which we're already up in the air, so we don't really need it. All right. And as I said, I'm going to have to use the propeller here. Controls down. Now, I don't know if driving into these will break them or not. We're just going to have to find that out, and if not, then we need to redesign the balloon. But yeah, okay, so all I need to do is run into the balloon, and what do we only need? One more? There we go. All right, so that was a fairly simple challenge. Again, you just need to make a effective, well-balanced flying machine, and then just fly into the balloons, and they just pop easily. All right, so let's go on to the next zone. And here we have an obstacle course, but it's an obstacle course on the ground. So I don't see a reason why we wouldn't just load in a ground vehicle. And I just think I see the reason why not, because I just noticed that these bison or buffalo, yeah, have bombs strapped to their back. So it looks like we're probably going to need that flying vehicle again. And then if we just stay above the bison there, or yaks, or whatever they're supposed to be, we should be okay. So go ahead and jettison the ballast. And then I'm thinking that all we need to do... Oh, we have to fly pretty low, though, it looks like. Okay, there we go. And then we need to come forward. Be very careful of these. Oh, big explosion. Luckily, we weren't caught in it. I think I'm going to have to adjust the camera here, which is kind of tricky because I have to constantly... we might be having a little bit of an issue, too, with that ballast. It's kind of pulling back on the camera. So that might be something I adjust this with, is just don't have that ballast, because it really seems to mess up the camera, and I'm not really sure how to adjust the camera in a way that doesn't happen. Okay, I think that's going to be all I cover for this video. So we've done the first 4 zones in the Isle of Tolbrand, and the next zone we'll be conquering is the Duke's Deer Freighters. So I'm going to assume we're going to need some kind of flying machine for this, as it actually shows us a flying machine in that zone. In any case, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. This is Mouse Gunner, signing out.